How the fuck did you not know that Chris was a fucking pedophile? He's your right-hand man. How the fuck did you not know? How the fuck did you not know, but the whole entire company knew? And that's your best friend.
Should be drinking no lean. I'm already half dead. Give a fuck. I'm a gangster.
Let's see what the fuck this nigga did now, bro. Deadass.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Alright, jokes for food. I wish a philanthropist YouTuber would just give me 10K and not film it.
I wish a philanthropist YouTuber would just give me 10K and not film it.
What the hell happened to you? Mr. Beast, that's what happened to me.
What we do here is go back.
I was gonna be somebody. I was gonna be the Carl shoot my dad. Carl shoot my dad. It's the worst production ever you did in a video.
What's going on? Jake Weddy?
Okay, content cop from Temu back at it again. So just before I get into my interrogation with former MrBeast employee Jake Weddle, a lot has happened since my last video. After posting it, I got hundreds of messages from former MrBeast employees, and I had them all like send proof of former employment. You know, just people showing their support or telling their story.
Not about Chris. This was some producer. I unfortunately can't speak too much on that, but I believe someone else who reached out to you has more info on it. Big thing I can talk about is just how much other stakeholders had their time and energy wasted. I was asked to get doctors and orgs fired up about working with us, only to pull the rug on them after agreeing to the arrangements. It was quite uncomfortable for me. Big reason why I left, but not the biggest. There was just so much malevolence and hostility within the team. They were way too slow to axe one. They were way too slow to axe one pretty awful team lead in particular.
Stories of fake videos, or unsafe practices, toxic workplace, stuff like that.
Damn.
I'm not really going to get into those claims because, for one, most people want to stay anonymous, which I understand. And also, I think most of that stuff's just been covered with the news coming out about Beast Games and everything. And also, I have more serious allegations that I want to start covering. Also, I heard from a very credible source that MrBeast has been sitting on a response to part 1 because he was worried if he posted it, I would instantly respond with part 2. This is Kids Bop, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake.
Wait, let me go back. You said what?
That MrBeast has been sitting on a response to part 1 because he was worried if he posted it, I would instantly respond with part 2. This is Kids Bop.
Some Kendrick Lamar versus Drake shit. Okay.
Versus Drake. Also, I know MrBeast's secret CEO has been practically harassing my people on, hey, what's in part 2? What does he know? So I will just tell you, James, what will be in part 3.
Nigga said James. Nigga said his name.
So you don't have to harass my people. It will be about serious allegations of sexual misconduct in the company and your direct involvement in covering up those crimes.
Damn.
And I'll make sure to give you full credit and plaster your face all over the screen when we talk about that. So yeah, I've gotten dozens of messages from former MrBeast employees of very serious allegations.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think I really might be a sheep because I thought he was a cool guy. I deadass would have never thought of him to be this much of a bad person. This is crazy. I really thought he was I thought he was a decent guy. I didn't know him, but based on what I seen, the philanthropist shit, I thought he was a cool guy, bro. I feel like we all probably did too as well. So it's damn, this is crazy as fuck. I feel like everybody you just never really know what the fuck niggas got going. Yo, what's going on, my boy Tola? But you just never really know what niggas got going on. It's just crazy, bro. It's just fucking crazy shit. I swear to God.
So I just want to put a call to action at the start of this video that, if you have a story, you can DM me. Just make sure you send proof of employment first because I get a lot of DMs.
Facts.
And as much as I meme and joke around, I take anonymity very seriously, so without explicit permission, I don't go public with anything. And obviously, if it goes to court, I would hope they would censor your information from the court documents. I don't know. And former contestants too. That's another thing I heard after posting my last video is during the 100 Boys versus Girls video, I have people corroborating the same story that the camera guy who gave the girls a drone was making some girls feel uncomfortable.
What the fuck?
You trap these girls in a circle and make them sleep on rough turf and get them high on paint fumes and then you try to f them.
Okay, that
What the fuck?
that seems really dark.
No, it's not dark. You misunderstood.
What the fuck? Mr. Beast production crew trapping 100 girls in a circle, depriving them of sleep, starving them, and then trying to bang them. What the fuck?
Standing me, bro.
I think I am.
Yeah, you are. Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Anyway, so that will be part 3. So, Mr. Beast, do with that information what you will. I know Chucky didn't want to respond to those allegations.
Oh my god. Yo. Wait, isn't Chucky the one that was the one that was in like the actual shits? I forgot, but he was like the main character of like the game show, and he had to complete certain challenges to win a certain amount of money. And it was supposed to be some random ass guy, but ended up being Mr. Beast's literal fucking like his friend. I don't know. Just some weird shit.
So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle, I chose to interview him because I thought he was perfect because he was both on camera and behind the scenes in 2019 and 2020. And also, what people don't know is that he came back in 2021 to be the sole contestant of a Mr. Beast video, which never got uploaded because it went very badly. He also knows about another portable document format who was working at Mr. Beast while actually on the registry. And I'll get more into that story at the end of the video. So I got his DM, drove straight to New York overnight, did not sleep, just drank a bunch of caffeine. And I also only had one microphone in the interview, which he's wearing. So it's mostly just him talking. Also, like, final thing, people said my last video started slow. This video also starts slow. It builds up over time. But I'll do the retention thing and say, the ending will blow your mind. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay. Jake Weddle, everybody.
I'm Jake Weddle. Most people who, if you know me from Mr. Beast,
I've seen him before.
I'm in a few of the videos.
He's pretty handsome, low key. He's pretty handsome. I'm like the what's it called? The haircut is doing it for him, bro. He looks better with this haircut. Okay.
Times maybe.
Yeah, he looks way better here than he did here. What the fuck? Here he looks handsome. Here he's a nerd, literally.
Purposefully kept in the shadows a little bit. I'm in the cutting room floor a lot of the time. But I've been in some videos. I've worked on a lot of them. I was there from 2019 to 2020, 2021ish when I came back and did some more. I was there when they were authentic, and then I saw the transition to what I feel like is a company. He's like a TV show now. It went from YouTuber guy with a camera to
a fucking TV
Amazon.
Show.
The culture around there was very
Amazon.
Unspoken, but there was a vibe. There was half the people who, if you made Jimmy happy, you were on the good half. And these people got random bonuses and were usually moved up, had more screen time. And then there was people who, if you had a disagreement or butt heads with Jimmy or just you didn't like it, you were the other half. And I consistently was in the half that Jimmy doesn't like me. That's fine. I don't like him either. It's okay. It feels so good to say. I don't like Jimmy. I hate you so much. He didn't want anyone to get more popular or have more of a way out necessarily. Like, oh, I'm doing my Twitch thing on the side. Don't do that because you could get famous and leave and talk about me negatively.
Oh my god, that's crazy. What the fuck? So he would literally trap his employees in a box and make them not do no videos, so then they don't. Nah, that's crazy. They don't expose them.
I could tell that the yes men were, doing well, and I was, disgruntled for quite some time. So
disgruntled's a big ass word,
right? Like publicly. And I've always had to choose my words very, very carefully because I don't want to say anything I don't stand behind, obviously. So I used to talk to people. I used to glaze Jimmy publicly for things I do genuinely think are true. But then it's like, well, how come you didn't talk about the working conditions? Well, I wanted a career. I didn't want to, speak YouTube's golden boy, and then I'm blacklisted forever. I tell people I was talking to you, and they go, "Don't, what are you doing? You're going to kill your career." It's like, I have to, or I'll be sad. If this is the moment, we're going to talk about it. So, as far as that, that's my covering up to why we didn't talk about XYZ sooner, but now you know.
What would you say is the fakest video that you worked on while you were there?
Fakest video that I worked on while I was there. This is the extent of the fakeness that I was involved in.
Fakest video.
Admitting to my complicity. I was a writer there, and we were working on a video.
So basically, is he saying that he was part of the shit too? So like, is the whole entire crew they're all just to go to jail because he was also a part of the crew as well? I mean, even if he didn't like it, he was still part of it, bro. Or I don't know.
My friend's car with a rock or meteor or something. It was a rock or a meteor in the title of it. I can't remember, but he wanted to do a prank where, unbeknownst to the person, he takes a rock, crushes their car, and they're supposed to think a rock came out of space.
We're gonna take a meteor and we're gonna put it on Weddle's car. We're gonna take another meteor and put it on Marcus's car. Both of them have no idea that we're doing this. Weddle and Marcus are probably shocked. They had no idea.
And so that was the one and only time I had to, my car? What? And on the fly, I saw him, because Marcus was in that video. So Marcus was calling his mom. Marcus genuinely had no idea. He genuinely had no idea. But
yeah.
So Marcus was calling his mom, and his mom's freaking out. And I'm like, oh no, they're going to call my mom next.
Yeah, Marcus didn't
so
even
I
know.
had to text my mom, who had to beg to get the title very quickly. Now I'm texting my mom, I go, Mom, I'm about to call you about the meteor thing. You have no idea? Be surprised. And then I hit send, and then they go, call your mom now. And I call my mom and I tell her, and oh, she should have got the Oscar. Oh my God, on the fly. She goes, what? I'm on vacation. Mom, my car has been destroyed.
Wait, what?
A meteor hit it.
I'm on vacation.
Oh my God, yo, that was all. I remember watching this video. I literally remember watching this. I literally remember this video. I swear to God, I remember this video. I was like, what? 15 years old or some shit when I watched this video. I remember watching this video. I was like, yo, there's no way they just broke this nigga's car and bought him a new one. There's no way. I really thought that shit was real. That's crazy, bro.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I did that video, and they're supposed to give me $10K to put a down payment on a new car. And they wanted me to get like a big, flashy new car. $10K was supposed to be a down payment. And I can't afford a big, flashy new car because I work at MrBeast.
You can't afford a big, flashy new car because you work for MrBeast.
So I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the taxes on. I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the insurance on. So I do my part of the video, and I get a mom van that I could afford. And Jimmy was like, why didn't you get a cooler car? I was like, I can't afford that, bro. Come on, what are you talking about? You know, if I was working on a TV show in the 90s, on a show that was a quarter as successful, I could retire today. But now I make dog shit pay, making gajillionaires more money. And I just walked into the writer's room, and that's one of the reasons why I left, was because I just walked in there and asked for not necessarily a gajillion dollars, but maybe a salary that was more proportional to the work I was doing, given how much revenue that work was doing. And then, you know, I talked about that, and I talked about the Writers Guild and how this is what Writers Guild industry standard is for the streaming internet content with ads. I thought that was the closest thing to YouTube, and I didn't even bring up residuals, because oh my God, if I got residuals for every video I worked on, boy howdy, I could retire. But yeah, the other thing I talked about was there was another writer there, older comic, black guy. He had a kid, and
I wonder how rich MrBeast is. Like, is he a billionaire already? I don't know.
Paid more than him, and I thought that was
Probably
wild
is.
because he was older than me, had a child. We're doing the exact same job.
Probably is a billionaire.
And I'm some 20-year-old fuckhead white guy. Why am I getting paid more than him? I brought that up. And one of the things I didn't like about the way some of the Beast stuff shook out was...
Is he about to cry? He got... Is he about to cry?
I feel really guilty about the way this shook out. Yeah, I was talking to this other writer, it's fucked up, you know, that's how the pay is, and I want you to get paid more, you know, because you deserve to get paid more. You know, I'm gonna have a kid. And he didn't want to rock the boat. He desperately didn't want to rock the boat. He's just, I like my job. I like, you know, because when you grow up with, you know, nothing, not to say that he did, but I know I did, you know. You get a little something, you don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to rock the boat.
Damn. Just sad, bro.
But he said, hey man, if that's how you feel, you know, like if that's I trust you. He stood with me. He went to that meeting with me. And I said at my piece that he backed me up. And I said, I need XYZ or I'm out of here. And they said, bet. And they gave me a severance check the next day. And they gave him a severance check the next day. And if I knew he was going to lose his job too, I wouldn't have done it.
Damn, he lost his job too. What the fuck?
Me, I was over the moon. I was like, you're going to give me a check and I get to leave? You know, I don't get to deal with the yeah, how many Orbeez can I fit up my asshole every day? You know, and I get to go home and you're gonna pay me to leave. I was over the moon. And he was devastated. He did not want. I said he just wanted to be in the room, you know?
That's fucked.
And I really regret that.
Damn.
But, you know, me and him are really still tight. We're still good friends.
Is he doing good?
Yeah, he's doing good. He's a good guy. I love that guy. He's doing good. Yeah.
So maybe you just feel better?
Honestly,
kinda.
best thing I could have done for him.
Yeah,
he's
bro.
very, very far removed from all this crazy shit, I guess.
Do you think Jimmy really enjoys doing good and helping people?
I think Jimmy wants to be the best
Same.
YouTuber. I think he is laser focused on one goal. And I think whatever he has to do to achieve that goal, he'll do.
Fact.
And
That's so true. That is so true. This nigga will literally sit down on the computer for two weeks and he would say Mr. Beast 1,000,000 times just to get views. He literally would do anything to get views. Niggas don't want, like, bro, if the nigga would sit down and say Mr. Beast 1,000,000 times, what the fuck else would this nigga do? If he would put himself through torture, what makes you think he won't put other people through the same shit, bro? Especially if the people don't have the amount of courage to say, oh, damn, I don't want to do this shit no more because it's fucked up. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
I think it was the smartest decision for him that he calculated, because he's very good with numbers. If I donate to charity, people can't say I'm shitty. If I give this homeless guy 10K, what do you mean I'm a bad guy? But I've always thought, if you're going to do something nice for somebody and you stick a camera in their face while you do it, then you didn't do a nice thing for somebody. You gained something. There was a homeless guy on the street and you saw an opportunity for yourself and your image.
Facts.
And you gave one...
And then he gave like 1,000,000th of his money to just get some type of... For me, it's crazy.
Guy $10,000 who needed it to eat, and now the revenue you generated from that video is way more than what you gave. I think when he's generous on camera, it's the least authentic thing in the world. There's an element of, you know, oh, hey, you're crying. That's so good for camera. You know, I'm so glad he's... If you're crying because you're so thankful that you got XYZ, and then you go, oh, I'm so glad he needed it that bad so I could come in and, oh, can you cry more? Oh, it's so good for the camera if you could. Oh, it made me uncomfortable that I was working there, and I didn't like it, and I vocalized it sometimes, and I think that's why I wasn't on camera as much as they said I was going to be. I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana, you know, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me, you know. And then that never happened. I remember talking about that. Like, hey, I thought my contract said XYZ.
Jimmy, Chris. Oh my God, Chris was supposed to be the second person? Jimmy, Chris, Chandler. Oh, damn.
And then I got the severance checks. So, you know, whatever, how that regard.
So after your severance checks, how was your relationship with the company? I know you appeared in videos after that, right?
Right, so in videos where I was appearing in later, that's why you keep nice publicly. If you're nice in public, hey, Jake was nice in public, let's have him back for something. You know, yeah, sure. So I was hoping they call back, you know? And I appeared in some videos after I left. I think one of them was 3 days at a maximum security prison. If I did do mini challenges in that, I got paid. I was, you know, clocked in with a rate, and I would get paid and compensated for those. But there was one video I was in. I got paid a lot for it, but it didn't come out.
What was the video?
It didn't come out because it didn't go well. There was a video that came out probably like a year ago, something like that. It got a lot of hot water when it came out. It was the surviving, like,
YouTube star paid a man $340,000 to spend 21 days in a windowless room, according to his video.
$10,000 every day you spend in solitary or surviving solitary for whatever. It was one of those solitary confinement videos that got a lot of media attention because everybody saw the premise and thought, what? You shouldn't do that. And people don't know that was the second attempt. The first attempt was on me. And it didn't go well.
What happened?
I was already planning on moving to New York, and I had worked at a couple of YouTube companies after Beast, and I had a little bit of change in my pocket. The most change I had in my pocket ever. Small potatoes, compared to Beast bullshit. But I thought I had enough to move to New York or whatever. And I get a call from somebody over there, and they go, "Hey, they want you for a video." I was like, "Oh, amazing, great, cool, thank God."
Make more money.
What's the video? And they tell me the pitch. And they try to make the pitch sound like it's going to be like a walk in the park.
Yeah.
The pitch is 100 days in solitary confinement. But don't worry, like you only have to last like 30. We have like a video. They're pitching it like at first it's going to be like a luxury vacation. You're going to have like a hot tub and an ice cream machine. And like part of the video is going to be you deciding like what items am I going to get rid of, today? And it's like the choice. They were like, it's only going to be bad for maybe the last like 5 days tops when you have like nothing left. You're the first, it's going to be like a breeze for most of it. And by the end of it, after 30 days, you're going to get $300,000 because it's $10,000 a day. And I don't know, man. I grew up poor in North Carolina. I said, excuse me? I'll dance for you if you put that kind of money in my face, sure.
Facts.
They were like, you're going to be
I'll
locked in
do
this
it
room,
too.
and we got to make sure you're on all the time. We're going to have cameras on you all the time, and you're perfect for this because you never shut the fuck up. On paper, I was like, okay, I can do this, and I was. They always cut me out of the videos. They always, and I was, editors have told me that it's because you have too much of a personality. And so with this video, I thought, this is perfect. It's a video they can't cut me out of. I'm the guy. And so I thought, well, if I have to do this, if I have to do solitary confinement in order to do the things I want to do, then I will do that. I held my tongue and I swallowed my pride and I tried to do one last ride. And I get there. And at first it's fine. And they had just freshly painted the set. You could smell it, which that's probably not good. The smell of fresh paint in your surroundings for the next XYZ time.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It looked good on the visual. It looks good on camera. It's movie magic bullshit. It was a terrible facility. It was in one of the studios. They had to get a separate tank for septic stuff. There was a hot tub in it. Yeah, there was an ice cream machine. Things were cool and funny on paper, but when you think about stuff, a hot tub if not connected to a filtration system, give it 3 days, it's gonna stink. There's not a hot water mechanism, so the hot tub was a lukewarm tub at best, which was a silly complaint, but the shower was always cold, and you're taking a quick shower, and I had cameras 24/7 on me, and the ice cream.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't give a fuck. Give me $10K a month. I don't need nothing, nigga. What the fuck? I don't need nothing. I'm just being real. I'm being dead ass. I'm being real. Give me $10K a day. I'm chilling. I don't care about no hot tub. I don't care about no cold water. I don't care about no ice cream machine. I don't care about no paint. I don't care about none of that. 300K for a month? You don't give a fuck about none of that shit, bro.
Machine. Let's talk about that for a second. An ice cream machine has 2 modes. On, and off, reeking of smelly dairy, mildew. So I got to choose which sense was assaulted at a time. I couldn't have all of them good. So the little things started to build up. There was the bug thing wasn't terrible, but it was a factor. And at first it was fine, and you're playing it up because it's a video. And it got to a point where they weren't turning the lights off. I asked them, I said, can we have nighttime hours? And they said no, because it would fuck up the time lapse shots. The time lapse of what? Me sleeping? Or me not sleeping? Yeah, I saw in other videos they did you're gonna get XYZ hours of sunlight. Oh great! Well, I don't know how they figured that one out. I didn't have it. One of the things was you got to take away your clock, so you didn't know what time it was. Okay, I got no access to sun. I got no access to clock. I don't know, the lights are on me all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep, and I have insomnia problems now. But they might have started there. I had good people looking out for me.
So you went crazy. Damn.
I had a lot of good people looking out for me saying, this we gotta stop. So I just wanted to turn the lights off. And I'm vocalizing to people, I wish the lights could turn off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists.
Yes, the United Nations considers sleep deprivation to be a form of torture and war crime under Geneva Convention and the UT Torture Convention. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Oh, good. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing. So
It's funny, bro.
They're giving me.
Post on YouTube, bro. Become the Mr. Beast next. Become. Just do your own thing, bro. No, let me not ever just say some dumb shit, bro. Just do your own thing, bro. If you want to, post on YouTube because you're funny. I love your personality, bro. Real shit.
It's not helping, And then Jimmy would come in like every other day for like an hour, to check in on me because he's doing other stuff. I'm just the guy in the cage over here. He'll come back to me in a minute. And so he'd come by, he'd get the shots, he'd leave. Sometimes he'd have a note with the director over the phone. That would really piss me off. This is the note I got from the director, from Jimmy, when I'm receiving some cash. He said, Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans?
Oh, wow.
You know how hard it was to do a take of that? And pretend to make it genuine? I don't want to have student loans. I don't want to be in a cage. But Jimmy's the guy with the money, and if you do what he says, he'll do what you want. You want your student loans paid off? You just be in this cage.
Wow.
And you have power over people.
And because he really has so much money and so much power that he can do whatever the fuck he wants, bro. That's insane, bro.
It doesn't have resources and the other one does, and they hold it over your head, and you go, of course, yeah, I agreed to it. I needed it, of course. Just something about like having the cameras on me all the time. Like I was not having a good time, but we were filming a video, so I was trying my best to be funny. I'm a dark comic. I got bits about. I had a very traumatic life. I have my dad is in jail for sexual assault of a minor. So this kind of stuff is very near and dear to my heart. I don't fuck around with this shit. I have jokes about that in my act. I joke about it because that's what you do in a traumatic experience. Abusive relationships. I get out of it. The first thing I do is I do a typine about it. So I'm in this situation where my mental health is not good. My physical health is getting worse. But we're filming, so I'm doing bits. I'm talking to the camera. And I'm being, like, hey, it's been a couple days, I'm not doing so hot, which if I'm filming a video, that's what I should be doing for the camera, but it was too real. If they're faking videos, why couldn't we fake this one? If we're allowed to let these cast members have some time off of this difficult challenge, how come we couldn't turn the lights off?
Yeah.
How come we couldn't maybe not have some time-lapse footage for 10 seconds?
Facts.
Did you try to get out?
Yes! I was starting to calculate, I don't know if I could do 30. How much can I, how can I manage to get out of here sooner and still have a video and still have some cash and get the plug, man. I did. Since we're doing time-lapse shots and since they insisted on time-lapse shots, I said, all right, we'll give you time-lapse shots back. I put my YouTube on with the whiteboard they gave me. And I was like, all right, yeah, go ahead and scrub that footage. You got that whiteboard. Oh, no, either that goes in or this footage is unusable. And then, James Ward came in and erased it. Don't put that. Don't. Hey, we can torture him. Don't you dare let him get a plug in there. Like we were playing up the joke. It's like I'm the boy in the cage. Whatever. Like I'll play into a joke. Whatever. It's fine. It's just something weird about when Jimmy jokes. I have jokes about my dad because I love jokes from my dad. I'll joke about my dad all the time. That guy's a piece of shit. I hate my dad. But I have friends that make fun of my dad. That's fine because I know their intent. I know where they're coming from. When Jimmy joked with my dad, and I said that seemed weird. I don't like it. We were doing that one of those hide and seek videos again. At the time they were a lot realer. So I got caught, and when you get caught, you go to the place where you get caught. And I don't know if there's footage of this. I don't know if I definitely didn't make the final cut. But he says to me, "All right, you're going to jail. Like your dad." And like,
But he said
like
what?
your dad.
You say you go to jail like your dad? What the fuck?
And like, it's a joke. But when my friends do it, it's fine. And Jimmy just wasn't my friend. He was my boss. And that wasn't cool. And so now, I'm locked in a cage at his whim. And I have to do things to get the cash I need to live. And I got these cameras on me all the time. And I was unwell. I had editors coming up to me, saying, "You good, bud?" And I was like, "Yeah, why? You're clearly unwell." And he goes, "Well, because the footage you're sending in is haunting. Because I'm trying to be funny, but I am mentally decaying, so I'm doing bits." Someone said there is a horror cut of a video in this. And I'm thinking, like, who's watching this? Like, who wants to see this? What is fun about this, the video? And so the thing that made me want to, I got to get out. I can't do another day in a year. Jimmy comes in, and I'm asleep. I don't know what time it is. I don't know, it's like 2 or 3 or whatever. He's like, "Why is he sleeping?" I don't know, because I can't sleep. And he comes in, he wakes me up.
He wakes him up?
And he goes, "Ask me why I have 2 briefcases." And I'm like, why do you have 2 briefcases? And he goes, "Oh, because this one's for today, and this one's for the challenge." And I go, "What's the challenge today?" He goes, you're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is. And you're gonna do it on that treadmill over there. The first challenge I did was a Rubik's Cube, and I'm dyslexic. I'm dumb. I don't know how to do Rubik's Cube.
What a marathon.
So your first challenge, Rubik's Cube. I was like, "Oh, I don't want to do it." I was like, "On camera, I don't want to do it." He goes, "Just do it for the thing." Like, kid, like there was an element of, "Oh, Jake will do what we want because he's in house." That's one of the reasons why they got me. Jake's he's an inside guy, so he'll do whatever. We can push him a little extra hard because we know he's good. I couldn't say no to the treadmill thing. Yeah. So I people who run marathons train forever, and it's still hard. Again, writer. Do I look like I run? I don't run, let alone a marathon, let alone have to train for it. So I was in a sunlightless,
Yeah, it's just
Do you try to
torture.
say no? Like, did you have a choice, or?
based on the Rubik's Cube thing and based on all the other stuff, like there was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing,
Yeah, like, even if he could have said no, it's like, there was a lot of psychological pressure for him to where it's like, he just had to say yes. That's just fucked up.
If I refuse, it's just, oh, that's the whole video. I guess the budget's
Yo, what's good,
so much
Nicholas?
money up in flames because Jake said he wouldn't want to do the thing, and so I
It's
wanted
crazy,
to do
bro. It's
sports,
so
and
sad.
I wanted to
So fucked
get the
up.
boost, and I wanted the cash, and so I started running
Actually,
at
so fucked
12.
up.
I was able to take some breaks, and I asked him, "How long do I have?" He goes, "Until I get back." And I'm running until 3 a.m. And I got off the treadmill. Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red.
Wait, hold on.
I asked him, "How long do I have?" He goes, "Until I get back." Breaks, and boosted. I wanted the cash, and so I started running at 12. I was able to take some breaks, and I asked him, "How long do I have?" He goes, "Until I get back." And I'm running until 3 a.m.
Damn.
And I got off the treadmill. Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red. I couldn't walk. My muscles were like just the lactic acid.
3 hours? It's crazy. Yo, you saw the clip I sent you on Twitter? Wait, what'd you send me?
Make sure I was good.
That's
And that's when I
sad.
was like, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. And that's when I get psych in and talk to the psych about how I'm not well. And like I said, there was a lot of good people over there that was saying, you got to pull him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had friends that did some freelance work, and they would tell me, they'd be like, yeah, everyone knows you over there, everybody loves you. They go, oh, Jake Weddle, love that guy. Shame what happened to him.
Shame what happened.
And I asked them, I said, how much longer are you guys going to keep me in here? And the guy goes, realistically, like at least 7 more days? No. And they didn't let me leave right away either. They wanted to make sure, everything was fine. So I just, slept for a while. They turned the lights off.
W.
And they brought in all my friends, to make it.
Hey, let me go back.
To make it.
To make them what? What happened?
They brought in all the people I liked, and Jimmy.
And
everybody was around me, making sure I was good, making sure I was okay. But Jimmy had his
Yeah, I know.
He was sitting in the chair, turned around like an evil villain. Swear to God, everyone was looking at me, and he was like Lex Luthor over there. He turns around, he stands up. He does the exact same thing when he's pretending to have a human connection. When you're watching a video and he's like, oh, stop, you're gonna make me cry. And he touches his eye or whatever as if he's crying. He's just. I didn't have to
He's a
pretend to do that
fucking
shit.
psychopath, bro.
He says, as if rehearsed by his lawyers. Your mental health's the most important thing. Just want to make sure you're okay. And the last thing we want you to do is. I can almost hear the word Sue come out of his mouth. The S. He just stopped right before I got out. I did not get the $300K. What I got. He goes, think of it this way. At least you get to keep what you earned. You were in there for XYZ days.
Oh.
You did XYZ challenges, so you got, 100,000 some change, give or take. You know how much money I spent in
So you was there for 10 days?
In 2021, I spent $44,000 in taxes alone.
Damn.
And now, I spent all that money on doing stand-up. I bought plane tickets to go do comedy festivals.
Fire.
My family back home, I gave them a bunch of stuff that they needed. I haven't been back on a Beast set in any official capacity or unofficial capacity since then. And then they did the video with somebody else, and they worked out the kinks. And then I still got in some hot water, and I knew it would. And I've wanted to say a lot of this for a long, long, long time. And
damn. But now's his chance to talk, man.
I feel good, though.
Real nigga shit.
That's how you get that off there.
You feel
So I just want to hop in here and show some text that Jake sent me after this interview. This is July 29, 2021, a few days after he got out of solitary.
How you feeling after a few days? Better. I still couldn't sleep even a few days out, but I almost have my sleep cycle back on track. My legs and joints are good, but the blisters on my feet still hurt to walk on. Medical advice I got was not to lance them and just let them go away with time. I'm mentally still in an uneasy place, but I've gotten back on better help. My therapist is what does it say? I can't see. They're a little concerned, but we are working on things.
How are you feeling after a few days? Better. I still couldn't sleep.
Oh, I just read it.
My feeling getting better. This is you're doing okay. Meg and I just wanted to check in on you. Hey, I'm good, and I appreciate that. I'm not exactly 100%. I feel like mentally I'm still recovering a bit, but back in therapy, and my therapist is concerned. Haha, but my legs and joints feel better. Like I can walk, but my feet are still covered on those blisters, and those hurt to walk on. But I was told the best thing to do is stay off my feet and let them heal. I'm in Raleigh with my family. Also, it'll be like a month before I get the money, and they aren't giving me all the money. They're giving me what I won up to that point in the game, which was also a slap in the face. But hey, I'm out. I'm alive. Therapist who knows and cares about you. The whole thing was so fucked, and honestly, fuck them for not giving you the money. Meg and I are wishing you the best. with your recovery, and please feel free to reach out if you need anyone to talk to or need a place to crash
So who sent him this?
Hope you're doing well, man. That video you uploaded is money. So good. I appreciate. I'm doing better physically. Mentally, I'm still kind of in a place. I still can't sleep. I've slept 5 hours in the past 3 days, marathon included. I don't know what's wrong with me. Lots of thinking, too much, one might say. Hope they're taking care of you where they can. I mean, I was kind of shocked they didn't pay me for the full 25, 30 days. They paid me what I made up to that point.
It's fucking
like,
bad,
even when
bro.
we have to
He's literally a fucking psychopath. It's actually so bad.
pull the plug for my mental health, the mechanism of the game is still at play. I'm just happy to be out. I still can't walk well, but it hurts less. And like, I'm not famous enough to burn a bridge. So at the end of the day, I'm still Jimmy's bitch. Like if I was Carl and he did that to me, I'd ruin him. And they want to do it again. That could be your leverage. If the guy breaks down also.
And they want to do it again.
So 2 is better than 1. Yeah, right. I told them everything they did to me that they can't do again in order to make sure the other person doesn't break down as fast. But like, the way the video is meant to function is the problem. It's a bad idea, full stop.
Facts.
It sounds clickbaity, sounds right up Jimmy's alley, but it's morally unethical like on every level. Off-camera breaks, lights off at night, visitation, take the marathon out. Marathon is a video in itself. You can't expect someone to exert themselves like that for 45 seconds of content. The challenges really made it feel dehumanizing. Felt like a parody of MrBeast. I felt like the homeless guy they could exploit. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. Part of me wants the footage burned, and part of me thinks that there's a great horror cut in there. LMAO, he was so fake when he came in and said he cared about my mental health. They must have programmed the care about mental health updates. He said, we also don't want you to... And I swear to our Lord and Savior, he stopped himself from saying sue. Also, as far as like, he could have said no, he could have left at any time. I want to show this segment from an internal document at MrBeast called How to Succeed in MrBeast Production.
Let me see.
Specifically on page 19, there's a paragraph called No does not mean no. Already insane.
What the fuck?
Because it's sort of, it seems to be co-opting the popular anti-slogan.
No does not mean no.
Which is a terrible look given the allegations that are going to be coming out very soon. It reads, when dealing with people outside MrBeast Productions, never take no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside of, and you can call the local Dollar Tree, and the person that answers says, no, you can't film here, that literally doesn't mean shit. Talk to other employees and see if they are fans or if any have kids that are fans. Try talking to their boss, their boss's boss. Have me DM them on Twitter and try their social team. If all avenues are exhausted and you are left with a no, that doesn't mean don't try the other Dollar Trees because the manager of those could be huge fans and willing to bend the rules. Basically what I'm trying to convey is what we call pushing through no. Don't stop because one person told you no. Stop when all conceivable options are exhausted. This is one of many tools that when combined dramatically improve your probability of success when producing here. So you see, this idea of like pushing through no's is a big component to working at MrBeast. And the way that it manifests itself a lot of the time is like a director might tell a producer, hey, we need access to 30 acres of farmland by Tuesday or we lose $500,000. Now, if you're the producer, you obviously know that means get it done or you lose your job. So what can happen is like a producer's calling up farmers saying, hey, I need to use your land. And the farmer might be like, okay, but, you know, I have animals, you can't be making really loud noises, no pyrotechnics, and you got to clean everything up. So the producer is sort of incentivized to lie and say, or maybe the producer doesn't even actually know the total contents of the video, right? Things changed last second. So they're very like, they're financially incentivized to be manipulative and sort of, they're put in positions where it's like, oh, it's either the producer's job or a civilian's job.
But I feel like every single company is the same exact way, which is why YouTubers can't, I don't know, I feel like as soon as a YouTuber become, as soon as anybody become, can I speak? As soon as somebody becomes so big to the point where they become a company, it just becomes corrupt. It just becomes so corrupt. Like, I'm sure MrBeast probably started off as being an authentic YouTuber, doing everything right. Because I'm not gonna lie, he was doing them live streams where he would say MrBeast a million times. He was doing shit authentically. But now it's like, it's all just fake, bro. It's all literally just fake. Fucking psycho.
Talks about, hey, maybe the manager would be willing to bend the rules. Well, you shouldn't really be pressuring civilians to bend the rules that could get them fired, you know? I'll show you a real life example. This is unused evidence from part 1. I had seen this.
Top YouTuber celebrates 1 hundredth million subscriber trashes remote banana island.
This Reddit post titled "Mr. Beast leaving trash behind and debris at film site in Aden, North Carolina." Apparently, he left a large boat in a pond as well as debris around the film site in the bottom of the pond weeks and weeks after the agreed time frame. This actually rendered it unsafe for campers and almost delayed the camp's opening date multiple times due to not being able to get in contact with Mr. Beast to get the stuff cleaned up out of the area. So I actually know that this is from a Mr. Beast video called "Protect the Yacht, Keep It."
What?
Where at the end of that video, he actually says,
If you're wondering, yes, we did ensure the lake was completely cleaned up after this video.
Wow.
For the love of God, subscribe so we can pass T-Series.
yes, so he says at the end of the video that they made sure it was cleaned up. I was actually on site for part of this production. I was at this camp. So I decided to send an email out to the camp, basically saying, hey, I heard these rumors. I'm investigating a similar incidents. And the camp responded, actually not denying the claims, going on to say, I am sure that there are no perfect film productions, just as there are no perfect people. I am grateful for the opportunity that we had to host the production crew, and because grace, or forgiveness, has been offered to me so freely, I will choose to offer the same. So clearly alluding to the fact that there was a wrongdoing by Mr. Beast production team. And that's like sort of the thing is, if you're around Greenville, you know these stories of people working with Mr. Beast and it being extremely unprofessional, them not doing what they say, but they sort of get by a lot on their good public image. And like, I mean, this camp offered to host them completely for free. And I guarantee, like, if you went to the lake at the camp and you went magnet fishing, like, you'd find all sorts of debris that's still there to this day. Like, they didn't clean it all up. So in the case of Jake Weddle, like, I'm sure that there were producers who were in a position of, hey, if Jake gets out early, we don't have a video and your job is at risk. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure on top of like him being delirious from not sleeping and everything to just manipulate him and staying. Which, you know, I'm sure this isn't like technically against the Geneva Convention on torture because he wasn't technically a prisoner. Like, he could have left at any time, but because of the extreme pressure to stay in, it's not really a reasonable expectation that he could have just, you know, walked out.
Because of the implication.
I think Jimmy is a awkward kid who maybe had it a little rough growing up. I can't speak on that, but I do have empathy for it because I had it rough growing up. And I think when you're hyper fixated on something, like I love stand up, he loves YouTube, everyone fixates on a thing, I think he just wanted to be the best YouTuber so bad, and because the industry's metrics, rewarded some not great behavior, if you're just going on autopilot based on what the numbers say, you can do some things that maybe aren't good, but reap reward. And I think Jimmy just did what the industry and maybe what the system that we have set up demanded. And
that's so fucked up, bro.
He didn't care who got hurt. And I think Jimmy surrounded himself with really, really not so great people, and those people were the ones making the decisions.
Chris Tyson.
And I want to say,
literally,
really important,
pedo.
There are so many good people that work at Mr. Beast who are damn good at their jobs. Like, when Jimmy comes in and asks for something impossible, it's these people's jobs to do it. And they shouldn't be able to make it happen, and they do.
It's insane.
And so, I don't think people wanted to talk about stuff because I didn't want my friends to lose their jobs. I don't care about my fucking job. I'll die in a hole. I don't care. But I don't want my friends to lose their
so it's like, if you talked about shit, your friend loses a job, not just you. Yo, so it's like, it's even more insensitive to not fuck up. Nah, bro, is really a fucking psycho. If this is all true, assuming everything is true that he's saying, because then again, I'm not gonna lie, like, after Mr. Beast being seen as such, like, after me being tricked by Mr. Beast, everything I see on YouTube now, I just take with a grain of salt. Like, I just don't really, like, believe everything I see online, because it's like, it really could be false. Like, it probably is false, But I would hope this guy's in faking tears online for literally 2 hours, just capping about everything. I hope he wouldn't do that because that's just fucking crazy. Now, if let me know everything. Come on.
You know, I don't want anyone's reputation to be fucked. You know, but let's just go back to my dad for a second, if I may. My dad was like a swim coach, your neighborhood swim team. Everybody loved him. Behind closed doors, he's a real piece of shit. And so when stuff starts hitting the fan, what? Him? No. Surely. And then, everyone, thought my mom was the bitch, for not, But then the news broke, that he did what he did to one of the students of the team. And it's like when that comes out, you're not surprised, You just go, when I saw my dad in the news, I said, "Oh, you idiots!" Like I was like, "No," I was, "Oh, dumbass, god damn it!" But I wasn't surprised.
That's funny,
it was
bro.
just consequences happened to somebody who was really good at avoiding them for a long time, and I don't know. Everybody loves Jimmy, and behind closed doors, he is not super great, and that image is cultivated.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to say this, bro, but this really could all be fake too, cause, bro, but they are giving evidence. I'm not gonna lie, but he really could just be a fucking actor. I'm just saying. You feel me? I'm just saying, bro. You feel me?
Purposefully and
You're not supposed to have that
intentionally.
in the back of your mind as well.
And
Just don't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even care. I'm watching for the entertainment. To be honest, but I'm just saying.
Branding, it's marketing, it's YouTube.
Okay, so I guess, just one final question on
Sure.
a serious note. Obviously, the Ava Chris Tyson drama. And, that's a
Wait,
known
I heard that
issue of
Sophie
traditional
Rain
media.
and FaZe are doing an E-Day.
Did you witness or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
It's crazy. I probably hung out with Ava the most out of the main cast just because I was on Beast Hacks. Now
So,
Beast Reacts. I don't know.
He called Jimmy. He called Chris Ava.
It's still
I
out.
guess that's that grown ass man's name. The fuck? I guess his name is Ava. I guess that grown ass man's name is fucking Ava. Fuck out of here,
That was
bro.
a lot of fun because it was just being silly and goofy in front of the camera. And Ava was the only person who was willing
Chris?
to film. Everybody else was too busy or didn't want to, and I was just trying to do my job. Sometimes there'd be an offhanded joke that's a little gross. I'm a stand-up, so I'm very desensitized to that. I didn't hear anything that was like, whoa, that's crazy. When I saw, the reason I messaged you instead of talking to reporters sweetly like I have been was when I saw the Discord stuff because when I got there, it was 2019. So I guess if the timelines add up, that would have been handled, for lack of a better term. And then they started bringing more people on. Maybe they thought they had that under the rug. All right, we handled that. Now let's bring in some writers. And when I saw it, all that stuff started coming out, and the potentiality, as of this moment of recording. I know this has been happening fast and stuff has been coming out so fast. Just the potential that Jimmy could have been in those Discord chats, or even the potential that he participated in those Discord chats. After the shit he did to me, and if you're gonna make fun of my dad, I don't care what happens to me and my career and reputation after this. I had to say some stuff. So whatever happens at this point.
Outside of Ava Chris Tyson, did you ever hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
I've heard rumors. I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff that if it could be investigated, that'd be great. But it's water cooler talk. But I've heard things, yes, of course. I heard, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people. The idea that Jimmy didn't know, or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. He's very careful about his image. You know, the tangible proof that he knew but covered it up. You know, how do you prove that, you know? Well, there was a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender on the registry and everything who worked there. And like you can, you know, someone pees in public, you're on the registry, you know, you get it. You can still have a job after you're on the, that's one thing. You know, you go to prison, you get rehabilitated, that's one thing. You know, like if you do your time, that's fine. I think there should be rehabilitation in this country. But that guy, from what I hear, I can't confirm or deny, from what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff to some underage people.
What the
and they knew
fuck? 1 to 11 years old?
He's working at a channel that has underage people on and around and is targeted to underage people.
Oh my god. So MrBeast is putting underage kids in the presence of a fucking pedophile? Wait, is he even on camera? Let me see who is this guy? Jefferson Charles R. Who the fuck is this nigga, bro? Tier 2, moderate risk. Verified. 6'1", 165 pounds. I would beat the fuck out that nigga, bro.
That's fine. From what I hear, I can't confirm or deny. From what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff. And they covered up the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started. And
he was, wait, you know, so a registered sex offender is a manager in MrBeast. Oh, nah, this is fucked. Oh, this is worse than I thought it was. Oh, this is worse than I thought it was. I thought it was just Chris was a pedophile and then MrBeast knew, but he just didn't give a fuck. No, this is some real life deep shit. It was
that he knew it because
I mean, we know that he's a pedophile. That's obviously true, but you know what I'm saying?
He'll be in videos. He'll be in thumbnails. He'll be around.
But he was in videos? Oh, he was. Was it this guy? Oh my god, I think I've seen him before as well.
And whenever he is,
it was this guy.
He's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender, and that your face could be looked up on a thing? How much more can you literally cover up a sex offender?
That's crazy.
With a physical mask, like, do I have to? Is it more on the nose, or
literally covered him up? That's crazy.
I don't know why they let him go because there's rumors back and forth, you know. So I don't know why they let him go, but he did leave at one point. Even if that guy didn't do anything, they still knew about it and he was still around. And what if he's one of the people in the Discord servers? What if he's not? I don't know. But when I was there, they called him Delaware. It's like, why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know. Apparently they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware.
What the fuck?
That's his nickname? Colloquially? Like, you know, yeah, it's Delaware. Don't ask him why, you know? The fuck? And should we know about it? The likelihood that he didn't know is astronomically low.
Okay, so finally I have a recorded phone conversation. The person on the other end of this line is a different former MrBeast employee talking about Delaware. Also, apparently before this phone conversation got recorded, the person on the other end of the line said that the MrBeast team was actually trying to expunge Delaware's record off the registry, and that's what actually like sparked this person to start recording.
Nice stuff, you know?
And I'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever. And it was Reed's idea to get involved. And it was like, we needed this one APL manager, and then we went through that whole cycle of different VPs and managers, and, you know.
People that want to talk to us
anymore. Because they're still Jimmy. And if you really don't do anything in behalf of the image and testimonial, some people get moved on quickly because those people are going to go back and say,
Okay, so Reed is Mr. Beast's former manager who was in the last video telling Jimmy, hey, don't promote gambling to children. So, I think Reed's taken 2 W's this month. Don't promote gambling to children and don't have offenders on payroll. Well, yeah, just from where I'm sitting, it seems extremely unlikely that Jimmy wouldn't know. But, I know I'm sure that's the defense he'll go with. So I'll just say preemptively, if somehow Jimmy didn't know about Delaware, I think it's still such an extreme level of negligence. Like, what, you're not doing background checks.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Everyone at your company knows, but somehow you don't know. I think that needs more of an explanation than just saying, I didn't know. Well, how didn't you know? How did this person get into the company?
But how the fuck did you not know that Chris was a fucking pedophile? He's your right-hand man. How the fuck did you not know? How the fuck did you not know, but the whole entire company knew? And that's your best friend.
That makes content for children and is around children. So yeah, Jimmy, I think we need an explanation from you or your lawyers and PR people and representatives and spokespersons and on how you could have not known that there was an offender at a high level in your company. And while you're responding to that, why not just respond to the allegations of rigging contest videos and selling fake signatures, running illegal lotteries, the dangerous conditions on the set of Beast games. You should address those too. So yeah, just let us know. Okay, that was my interview with former Mr. Beast employee Jake Weddle. I know he will be coming out with a longer cut of this interview as well as other content. So I just wanted to shout him out, Jake Weddle.
Nah, that's
top link in the description.
A good ass video, bro. Good ass video.
I've waited a long time to talk about a lot of this publicly, so thank you for doing what you're doing.
That's fire, bro. That's so fire, man. Real shit.
So long.
Damn. Good. This is so sad. Like, what the fuck? We're getting so many subscribers. What the fuck?
Before this maybe gets taken down, I hope it doesn't. I'm choosing my words very carefully.
Nah, this is crazy. Hey, bro, W video, bro. No cap. And this is why, chat, you guys don't believe everything you see on the internet, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a victim of this shit, bro. Like, I really thought this nigga was a good guy. I watched the video with the smashing the rock on the car, and I was like, yo, there's no way this nigga did. That's crazy. But this is all just fake. It's everything just fake. So fucked up. So fucked up.